Hey friends, one of the things that I want to do with the UrbanAmish show is talk to you about brands and companies and products that I love or that have made my life better. So today I want to tell you about two brands that I love, and more importantly, I love the people that are behind the brands and that are creating the brands. That's a huge thing for me, is connecting with who's behind a company or a brand and what's their passion or their purpose or their mission, and what are they doing. So first brand I want to tell you about is a sunglass company that my friend Paul Farmer is launching and have launched, and they have a really beautiful product. The company is called Ziva, and they're really great sunglasses. I don't know if I can get that to focus there or not, but Matthew 4:16 is inscribed on the inside of the temple, which says something like, "Those who sat in darkness have seen a great light." And that's Ziva's mission. And so when you buy a pair of Ziva sunglasses, they send a solar light and two reading glasses to a family that lives without electricity. I didn't know this, but apparently there's 1 billion people who live in the world who don't have electricity and often resort to burning dangerous and expensive fuel as light. And by giving them a solar light, they can improve their quality of life. They can have more hours in a day to be productive and lift their family out of poverty and have a more dignified life. So check out Ziva. Amazing company, amazing people. Love these folks. They're putting a lot of love into the world. So another company I want to tell you about is MATR, Morning After The Rave. This is the brand started by my friend Carson, and today, actually the reason I'm in Nashville today with William is, and we're big fans, you can see we've got Morning After The Rave, Morning After The Rave, but Carson has a brand called Morning After The Rave, MATR. Check them out online. He is super creative, and we are big fans of what Carson's doing, and we're actually today in Nashville at his second pop-up at Music City Vintage. So when I go in there, I'll show you a little bit about the kind of fashion, the kind of style that Carson is creating. So Carson's nickname or alter ego is Jiggy. So we like to support Jiggy and what he's doing. And I'm glad that you guys get to come along today on this UrbanAmish segment of being on the road. So I'll see you. Welcome to this segment of the UrbanAmish show. I was telling you about brands that I love, and the one brand that I love is Morning After The Rave. And I'm here with the founder, the creator of Morning After The Rave, Carson. Carson, you go by Jiggy. What do you want to go by today?
Jiggy is fine with me.
Jiggy's good with you?
Carson,
I love it. Love it, man. I've known Jiggy for a couple years now. His dad is a friend of mine. And I've loved seeing Morning After The Rave kind of be birthed and kind of get out. And today we're at a pop-up, number 2.
Number 2.
About the pop-ups.
So second pop-up. This one is very special to me because I used to work here. This is like my first internship, and we've been talking about it for a long time, and the whole process of me forming the brand when I was here, and they kind of gave me a lot of inspiration to start up my own thing, and I dropped out of college and I worked here, and just like very full circle moment for me today to have my brand in here. I don't work here any longer, and they really have like pushed me to where I am right now, doing my own thing, so we're starting off with a pop-up, and then another collection's coming in for a month starting the 9th.
March 9th?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so next week we're going to have a full line.
Can you tease us a little bit about what's in that collection?
So I'm focusing on the vintage line of the brand, and it's going to be called Southside. So I'm from the South. I was born in South Memphis, lived in South Nashville. So kind of taking like a high school theme. So it's Southside Physical Ed Department, and then I'm putting that on vintage tees. So I'm gonna have a college line. I'm gonna have a plain, Russell line, and so just a mix of things, and then as well one-of-one stuff from like my main line.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I say about the UrbanAmish show is I'm interested in modern ideas, and I have traditional values in a lot of ways. So I kind of live between the kind of Amish space that I came out of, and I love seeing fashion and streetwear and all the stuff that Jiggy's doing with Morning After The Rave. You can see I've got I'm wearing this is the rework.
Yes, rework. Vintage, all the vintage stuff is called the rework division.
Yeah, and so this kind of one-of-one piece, right? And obviously it has your logo. Got the screen print on the back,
man.
Which so cool. But I'm going to check out. Hopefully we can get some new pieces today. But I know people are interested in what's Morning After the Rave, and where'd you come up with that?
So Morning After the Rave symbolizes life, and the craziness and the just everything that life entails. And each day we wake up on the morning after and do it again. And so it's like a progression of life that we're going on here.
Yeah, love that, dude.
Try to keep it young. And
Jiggy is one of the hardest working young men I know, and one of the most creative. And he just puts so much love out into the world through his hard work and creativity. I'm going to get up and let's go. Show me some of your favorite pieces you've got out here today, and just tell me a little bit about it. So let's check it out.
This hoodie, it's really one of my favorites, just because of everything that I do is made just by me. So whether it's the dyeing or the construction, it's all done in-house. So the denim pockets were cut and sewn on. The dye is done by me. That's really what makes each one a one-of-one. Even on like a mainline release, each one still comes out as a one-of-one.
And this has some dyeing.
Yeah, so naturally in the dye bath, when I was doing it happened like that. I love that. Where, I can't really control it.
You see, I love what you do with the tones of your embroidery. You choose some really special threads.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to
that.
speak and shine, and it draws the attention. But I want it to be subtle as well, not crazy.
Yeah,
because this already is a crazy. Even the back is my favorite part. With
my goodness,
the original pocket is sewn on.
That is so
This is
cool.
like a different, you don't see that. I don't.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
Just playing with the pocket. So
I love that.
And instead of throwing it away, and putting it in the trash. And another one of my favorites would be this was my latest collection. So this is what's left over. And so what I wanted to do is figure out, okay, how can I have a main line release, but also use something that makes it one-of-one and recycling, reusing. So each pocket is from thrifted jeans. So each pocket is different from the other. This is also cut from, so I take a jean, I rip it apart, and I take the bottom of and cut up from it.
Right.
And just a new way to make a tag.
Yeah.
Stamp phrase, distresses, giving it a vintage appeal, but a new garment. Mixing the two, because my vintage line and my main line, I want them to coexist.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to ask you when you say main line, is that how you differentiate?
So that's the stuff. Everything's made in America. So mainline stuff is made in a factory in Los Angeles, and then the vintage stuff is sourced all here in Nashville. And then it's made in my studio.
Who are you paying attention to right now? What inspires you?
Music right now, man. Especially The Weeknd. Really, just I don't know. I'm broadening my music listening scope, and it's really inspiring me creatively. Also, just the everyday life, the struggles we go through, the happinesses we go through. I take those feelings. I'm a very emotional designer, so however I'm feeling at the time is kind of where I draw the inspiration from, and then kind of just if a quote inspires me or something. It's really random, man. When people ask me that, it's like, what inspires? It's like, I could be driving home today and I could just get an idea in the head. And
I love that.
Based on what I'm
This
feeling.
question might be too personal. If you don't want to answer, it's fine.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's easier to create from a place of, like you mentioned, you create out of emotion, feeling? which is more generative, the darker side of that, or the lighter?
I've always said the darker side, man, is where some of my best works come from. Just like, because it helps me process that so much is when I focus on what I'm going through, and putting that into an art really helps me heal. So really, I think my best work comes from a sad place or a hard.
You know, we talk a lot here on the UrbanAmish show about how our pain can be transformed into something generative, into food for a new life in some sense if we allow it to. And I love to see that when in guys like Jiggy who use the darker shadow, more painful side of life sometimes to really inspire them to create something beautiful for someone out in the world. So,
Yes,
dude, I love
that's
that.
the whole goal of what I'm trying to do is inspire and be a light. And we all go through hard times, man. But if we can go through that, learn and grow, I think that's the best thing.
Oh man, I appreciate you sharing a couple
Thank
minutes
you.
here with me.
Yeah.
I'm stoked about pop-up
Yeah.
number 2.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see March 9th.
March 9th, yes. Yeah.
Tell me the website.
MorningAfterTheRave.com.
MorningAfterTheRave.com.
And it's on this sign as well.
Yeah, that's right. So check it out, guys. One of the brands that I love. You can see a lot of creativity and fun new ideas. Obviously, I'm probably a little bit aged out of their target demographic, but I love Jiggy and I love what he's doing, and we're here to support it. We're here for it. So. All right, continuing on with our little segment on the UrbanAmish show about Morning After the Rave and a conversation about fashion and creativity, inspiration, style, all of that. I'm with my second born son, the third kid in our family, 15-year-old William. William, you're all murdered out in Matter.
I am.
Morning After the Rave. How's it feeling?
Feeling pretty swaggy.
Pretty swaggy.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the pop-up?
I thought it was really awesome. I thought he really displayed like a lot of what he can do. It wasn't really just like one kind of piece, but it was kind of everything. And I felt like it showed a lot of variety. It was really intriguing. It was cool.
What do you really, because obviously you're a fan of Jiggy and everything he's creating there. So tell me about that. Like what do you love about it?
I just obviously like the message behind it, which I believe you talked to him about and he explained kind of, but it's just, it's fun. It's like relatable, especially for, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people can like relate to that message from like different ages. And then obviously just like the artistic value he brings, I'm really like intrigued by, and I just love what he does. He thinks outside the box. He does what maybe some people are afraid to do, and it's just like, it's just kind of never seen before. So
He's pretty inspirational to you.
yeah, I really love his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've talked about like you wouldn't mind doing something in fashion or some kind of creative endeavor sometime.
Yeah, I think that would be, it's definitely up there for a dream. I think sometime I don't know what form that looks like, if it is starting, like a fashion brand, but I definitely want to do something with that sometime in my future. I think that'd be awesome.
Cool, man.
So.
Well, what's your favorite Morning After the Rave piece ever?
Ever? Or that I own?
Both.
One of my favorites, well, I got a new pickup today that I really like. It's a blue shirt.
We'll show that.
Well, we'll have to show that later if we do like a haul or something with it. But obviously there's a haul of all the Jiggy clothes we picked up at the pop-up.
Everything we did kind of
got a couple of cool pieces we'll have to show off then.
Show off that. Yeah.
But I really also like this hat. I've had this hat for a while. This Bass Pro hat that he did by himself.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I just use a lot of cool pieces and
Cool, man. Well, thanks for that. We'll have to dig out a